Hey y'all, Chelsea here again with Let's Talk. Today, let's break down the second conditional. But we'll start by reviewing the first. The first conditional is used to talk about the consequences of a realistic or possible situation. So, for example, sometimes I don't understand the teacher. That's a thing that happens to me. It's a realistic situation. So, I could make a first conditional sentence about that, saying, if I don't understand, I will ask a question. All right, totally normal, realistic situation. We can also reverse the order of these clauses. I could say, I will ask a question if I don't understand. So, doesn't matter, either way is fine. When you start with if, you need a comma in the middle. So, whichever way it goes, the if clause, here we can see do not understand, here do not understand. Both of these use present simple. For the main clause, you can see will ask. That is future simple. All right, present simple in the if clause, future simple in the main clause. That's our rule for first conditional. So now let's talk about second conditional. If first conditional is the consequences of a realistic or possible situation, second conditional is the consequences of an unrealistic or impossible situation. So, as an example, in biology class, you have 95%. Clearly, you're very good at bio. You are not going to fail biology. But if you did, you would retake it. Be a bummer, but you would retake it. But you're not going to fail. You've got a 95%. This is an unrealistic situation. It's not really going to happen. But we want to know what would happen in that case. On the other hand, if all your grades are pretty bad, if you're not a very good student, we could pretend you did. If you had perfect grades, you would go to Oxford University. But you don't have perfect grades, you're not going to go to Oxford. So let's look at our verb forms here. In the if clauses, what is this? Failed, had. Those if clauses have past simple. And our main clause, would retake, would go. These are would plus the base form. All right, you would retake, you would go, would plus base form. First conditional was will, future simple. This is would retake. Just like first conditional, we can swap around the clauses. So I can say you would retake bio if you failed it. Just like first, only a comma when the if clause comes first. Okay, last point about second conditional. When your if clause uses a to be verb, remember we need the past tense form. So past tense of form is was or were. But for second conditional, we're not going to use was. We're always going to use were for every subject. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. We'll use were for all of them. So if we have someone who is shy, we could make a second conditional statement. If he were more outgoing, he would have more friends. So we are using were here. I know the past tense form for he is was, he was sad. But for second conditional, we'll always use were. If he were more outgoing, if I were more outgoing, if it were more difficult, we'll always use were. Alrighty guys, I would like to know in the comments what you would do if you found $1 million. This is Chelsea telling you yet again, it's not nerdy being wordy. Let's talk again soon.